evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where and when you are watching us from. I am Mutazi Washilawanyaga, reporting live from Nairobi, Kenya. Once again, it is a pleasure to be here today. And today we'll be talking about African mothers. We want to celebrate our African mothers with their tough love. It has been a good conversation that we have been having since episode 1. Right now we are in the ninth episode, and we just have to give thanks to the Almighty God and to everybody who has made it possible for us to be here today. African mothers have been very controversial sometimes, depending on where you sit and where your opinion is. And that's what we want to discuss today. And as you can see on your screen, we have a lovely panel for you. Two beautiful ladies already on the screen, reporting also from Kenya, Nairobi, and they'll be introducing themselves. Though I don't want to do them any injustice. I want them to introduce themselves because I know they hold very prestigious ranks that I might be knowing of, and they'll do that by themselves. However, before we do that, before we begin, allow me, Ali, to thank two people. I want to give two special shout outs today. One is a friend of African Kona, and my guests also know him. That is, his name is Stephen Muchungu Manyaki. He has been he's sponsoring the show today from Washira Speaks side. He also got a T-shirt, and we're also still reminding our people that the T-shirts are out. For example, today I'm wearing our Washira Speaks T-shirt, a black one for that matter. We want to thank him for that. He has come through, and we also want to thank Miriam Kirui. She made a lovely video for us. I don't know if Ali, you can be able to showcase to the audience before we go through.
You know, when you see me, it is good vibes and inshallah, honey. And this time round, I am giving you something new, something great, something amazing. So, how well do you know your culture? And how do you embrace it? Well, if you don't know, join me from 8 p.m. every Sunday, where we're going to be indulged in knowing how to embrace our Africanicity. My name is Miriam Kiwi, and welcome to African Kona.
Wow, Miriam, wherever you are, we appreciate you for that. Thank you very much. Ali, without much further ado, how are you? How is South Africa?
Hello, Wana Papa. Thank you so much, my brother. My name is Ali. All in all, my brother, this time you're doing well, eh?
Yes. Thank you. From that land, South Africa is just one funny place. From EFF to the Malemas of this world, and I just can't even keep on saying them. However, Ali, we want also to give this chance to our guests, starting with Michelle, to introduce herself to the audience today and tell us what she does. Let me be very soft. I might get fired. Michelle, the floor is yours.
Oh wow, I promise you won't get fired. Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Mutevu. I am a young girl who's very passionate about being creative, and of course, as you know, creativity does not limit you to just drawing and singing and dancing. There's so much more even when it goes to strategy and all those things. So I'm really passionate about that. That's why I joined an organization run by the youth for the youth, that is ISEC. Shout out to all ISECers out there. And yes, I am passionate about personal growth, about seeing young people who are younger than me, people who are older than me, making the right decisions to make sure that they have grown personally, or they have moved from the person they are to the person they want to be, or getting closer to that person. So yes, and thank you for the invite, Oshiro, once again, and I love working with you. Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle Mutevu. Thank you very much for also honoring our invite. Ali, I cannot even just try right now to explain how I feel honored to have Mutevu today on the show. I can see Zola has left, but we are expecting her to come back. Maybe she's experiencing some technical issues. But before that, Ali, we have been talking about African mothers, and we have been leave alone African mothers. Here in African Corner, we have been talking about African issues, especially African social issues. And might we have forgotten the most important fabric that holds Africa together, and that is African mothers. We have not yet forgotten them. That's why today we are having this discussion. And we also want to look at it not on a very serious perspective, because, sometimes our mothers are not so serious. And I hope wherever my mother is, I know she's watching this. So I want to appreciate her so much where she is. The love and the happiness that African mothers have shown us, and also not forgetting the beating that they have given us, has molded us to who we are today. And if we are not the way we are today, Africa will not have been the way it is. And without us, Africa does not exist. And without our mothers, we do not exist. And that's what we'll be discussing today. Zola, I can see you're back. I want to also give you this chance to introduce yourself to the audience and tell us what you do and anything that you might want to share with the African Corner audience. Zola, you can unmute.
What? Oh, okay. So, hi guys. I am Zola Odwor. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, I am Zola Odwor. I am a psychologist, or rather, I'm studying to be a psychologist. I am a mental health enthusiast. I say this a lot. I am for the boy child. What do I mean? I feel like the boy child has been neglected. Please, ladies, don't beat me up. But yes, I am all for equality any day, anytime. Apart from that, I am in an organization called ISEC. Yeah. If you're in Kenya or in South Africa, please join ISEC. Yes. Yeah. That's all about me.
Thank you, Zola, for that wonderful introduction. Ali, I want to start with you also. We have been talking with you for quite some time now. We have started this project, African Corner, but you have never told me about your mother. This is the chance for you to celebrate your mother, for you to tell us who your mother is, and just serenade her, make her feel good. This is your chance.
What? I want to tell you this. You remember? You remember last time when we were having a show? I didn't tell you this. My mom, she said she had been going through all the shows that we have been watching because she's worried that I spend a lot of time behind this desk. Let me tell you about my mom, my brother. My mom, she's a very cool person. And I can tell you that she actually invests much of her time into the family. She's a very caring person. And I do appreciate my mom for bringing this little man in this world. And for that, I'll be saying that,
Asante sana. I understand that means asante sana. Thank you, Ali. And that's what I want to start with, both to Michelle, Mutevu, and Zola. We just want to hear you tell us about your mother. Celebrate. I know it is not African Mother's Day or Mother's Day for that matter, but please, I want you to take your time. Just hold on there. Take your time. I know these are very... And as you're taking your time, Ali, allow me to go through the comments that have already started streaming in. I can see them coming thick and fast on our YouTube pages. I can see Lawrence Essay saying, we are standing by for the show. And indeed, we are now live. I can see Gerard Mbuthia saying hello, and he is listening. Juliet Minor, amazing contents. Kelvin Derito, Limpopo, that is for you, Ali. Juliet Minor saying big thumb up to Miriam. Miriam, that is for you. This is live and loving it. Kemani Kanyoto, looking forward. Washans. Kerti Amali, watching live from KM. Thank you. Mary Wanjiku, amazing topic. And that is my mom. Amazing topic. Thanks, mom, for being here today. And Frank Morara saying he has posted something. And also, I'm seeing in my WhatsApp, Ali Frank Morara has told me to tell Zola that I'll reach out for mental health issues. I can see Luther Kiama saying I'm in it. Santos Luangu, Anatema, Ako site, Gabriel Minor, fine. And the comments are just coming in. I can't be able to read them, all of them right now. Let us get into the topic. Michelle, I want to begin with you. Tell us about your mom. Give her a shout out.
All right. First of all, I believe mothers should be celebrated each and every day. Who is my mother? Mother is very beautiful. Yeah. I know but guys, my mother is on another level. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would describe my mom as one of the most hardworking ladies and women I've ever met in my life. She would do anything from morning to evening, and even on her off days, she would be like, I will do everything and then sleep for 45 minutes. No, she's gonna do everything from morning till evening. She's not gonna rest. Everywhere we go, even when we go to the countryside, she's going to be there. Even everything, like she's just amazing. She's a very supportive human being. I really, really love that about her. One thing, she's also very obsessive about cleanliness in her environment. So anything that is not spot on, she left instructions or she asked what you're supposed to do and you did not do, that's gonna be a problem. She's gonna complain till morning or until it's done. Or if you don't do it the way she wants it done, it's gonna be a problem. But I love that about her because she's very detail oriented and very organized. And I am telling you, I have never met a woman who does white laundry the way she does. I'm good. No, I am not on her level. So I really, really, really love that. She's going to soak white clothes and wash them and soak them, and then I put it in the washing machine. I'm like, Mom, that is a lot. There's so many processes. Can you just once? And she's like, no. I my white clothes the way they're supposed to be done. No one does white
Yeah.
laundry apart from her. So I really,
Mm.
really appreciate that about her. Yeah, in
That
summary.
is so nice. We cannot even be able. We can take days on end while we are just talking about our mothers. But that was superb, Mutevu. Zola, just the other day we were talking with you in ISEC office. We were talking with you about our mothers, and here we are still talking about our mothers. So I know you told me about your mom, and just for the sake of our audience, do it again.
So where? All right. So my mom, one, she is the strongest woman I have ever met. Two, she is young at 50, so I still don't know why and how. She has looked the same. She has looked the same ever since I was born. So yeah, I need the secret, mom, if you're watching this. Anyway, moving on. So my mom is a clean freak and a perfectionist. So, and my mom is a female lioness. What do I mean by that? She literally is a disciplinarian. I remember there's a time she put my brother's phone in water. Oh my God. Simply because it was a new phone, mom. It was a new phone. Simply because she was talking and my brother was chatting. She was like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not competing with a gadget, and she dipped it in water. And I remember there was a moment of silence.
Yeah.
And immediately I threw my phone like on my bed. Nilikuwa kitchen. Nikairusha all the way to my bedroom because I was like, yo, where am I getting money for a new phone? So yeah, that is Evelyn. That's my mom. And above all, my mom can literally die for her kids. So yeah, that's my mom.
That is nice. That is nice, Zola. Ali, basing on how I have known Mutevu and Zola, because we work with them in ISEC, a youth run organization, they are superb. I don't know. They are they do work very well. And if that is any argument to go by, you can know how their mothers are. It can tell you a lot. It can tell you a lot. And for my case, as you guys and can tell, my mom, she's very no nonsense, disciplinarian. And Zola have just reminded me an incident. My mom can take your phone and threaten you in Kiswahili. Nitagongesha chini. I will, throw this thing down and you better know who you're dealing with. Such kind of things. And however, I know she's a very hardworking woman. I know also she's very beautiful. So Mutevu, we can see if we can go in a competition on that. And yeah, she's very supportive also, because one thing you have been seeing her comments all the way from episode 1. She's always live sending in a comment, and I really appreciate her for that. She has, made me to be the man I am today, and I'm not sure if and the beatings that I've gotten, the display, things like small things like, making sure that you have not placed your shoes under the bed. That is, you cannot do that. There's a shoe rack, you have to put it in the shoe rack. What are your shoes doing in the wrong place? I'm telling you, such kind of things. I know these are the stories that people can be able to share about their mothers and many more. However, Ali, also beginning from you now, basing on how you have introduced your mother to the world, if I can put it as such, how do you think she is reacting? What is she saying? Because I know my mother, wherever she is, she's like saying, So, Ali, how do you think your mother has reacted today?
I will start by praising by saying that I think my mother, where she is now, she's quite happy, and I'm quite sure she's laughing.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure where she is, she's laughing, because I'm aware that I asked her to watch the show tonight. She's watching. I think she's also honored, my brother. She's quite honored because she has been telling me that she's very worried that how did you meet this guy called Machine? You meet people in Kenya. How possible is that?
Yes. Our mothers now should know that the world is now a global village. It is only mountains that do not meet. Kwa Kiswahili tunasema ni milima tu ambayo ikutani. But here, things are now different. It is digital, and we are stretching across Africa and meeting new people. Mutevu, over to you. Based on how you have introduced your beautiful mother, how do you think she has reacted?
Well, she should have laughed, first of all, or smiled through. She has a beautiful smile. Should have smiled through the whole explanation. Could you kindly repeat what else I was supposed to say? I'm not able to hear you clearly.
Asking, how do you think if she hears how you have introduced her, how do you think she will react?
I think, again, she would smile the whole time, and then she'd be like, yes, of course, you're supposed to wash white clothes like that. What do you mean, Mom? Stop.
Yeah.
She smile about the whole process. She's quite sometimes people call her smiling machine. Yeah, quite a beautiful smile. She'll just smile through and complain about me complaining about the process. Yes.
That is nice. Zola, how about you? How do you think your mother will react to that?
My mom I usually tell people my mom is one of a kind. She'll be like, yeah, that I did that. I put his phone in water.
You better know that.
You better know that, and better be not messing with me and my kids. So that would literally be my mom. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm speaking of how they are reacting. I can see my mother is sending a wash hand emoji. I don't know. I hope I can yonga mkono. You see my mother still let's do as much. Now, guys, that is so wonderful, and I'm just loving how you people are able to know your mothers quite well, and that is leading to my next question. Do you think it is important not only for the girl child but also for the boy child? In short, for any child for that matter, should be able to have that love of the mother? Do you think it is important? Do you think it is key? Do you think it is pivotal to have that relationship with your mother? Is it helpful? Do you have it? And has it helped you so far? Michelle?
Right. Yes, I feel like it's very important. Mothers are sometimes, apart from the disciplinary part, they're the people who listen to you the most. They're the people who understand you. They're the people who see you for who you really are, or even for things you do not even know, like you do not know who you really are at some point. They're the people who see who you are. The people who love you endlessly. I have never understood how that works. I have led people and I have grown attached to them, not in a bad way, but just loved them and seen them grow. So I ask myself, if I feel like this for people I am not connected with blood wise, I never give birth to them. How does a mother feel constantly? It's just mind blowing. After last year leading people, yeah, it's been quite interesting. So I believe mothers and children should be really, really close to their mothers. Of course, you're gonna have highs and lows. You're gonna argue, but what steps do you take after those arguments? Do you actually sit down and have a conversation with them? Because I feel like mothers are those people who are very open-minded and willing to listen to what you have to say. Yeah, they're willing to even give you advice based on your experiences. Yeah, I listen to my friends tell me stories about conversations they've had with the mom, and I'm like, oh my god, that is really interesting. Yeah, so I believe they give the best advices. I believe they will not judge for a second, just for a second. They will not judge you. To take you, to help you go through the whole process step by step. And yeah, I really, really advocate for people to have that relationship with their parents. And even if you do not have that particular parent, you find someone who can fit in that position for you. Very amazing. I advocate 101%.
Thank you, Mutevu, for that. Zola, do you think it is important? Go ahead.
I feel like it's important. I'm a psychologist, so I'm just gonna go to the psychology part, kiasi. So we find out that these people. Okay, let me go to men first. Men who don't have a relationship with their mothers are the people who, when you get married to them, instead of being their wife, you become their mom. Mommy issues, kind of things. Ladies who are not raised by parents who are present. By present, I don't mean, I'm there, I'm paying school fees, but by present, emotionally, spiritually, and all that. Yeah. They are the ladies who do above and beyond. They try to show that I can do it. You want to be a CEO, a doctor, and a pilot at the same time. Mommy issues. So I'm not saying you can't do that, but girl, can you? Anyway, so psychologically, even animals do need motherly love. You see, let's say for example, elephants that have been separated from the mother at a young age, there's just an element they lack. In short, there's something our mothers give that honestly no other person can give.
Yes.
So probably apart from Jesus, the only person that can die for you is your mother. So honestly, it's true. I like my dad, but he has been telling me happy birthday, happy 18th for the last 5 years. So 1 + 1 is not adding up. But yeah, my mom will start telling me happy birthday 1 week before. Anyway, not going just have that relationship with your mother. I know sometimes it feels like they do not understand us, but trust me, when you grow up, I haven't grown up yet that much, but when you grow up, yeah. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Zola. Thank you for that. Ali, here in Kenya, we have seen that literally what Zola has said. Your mother is the only person, I think, and I can say that without any fear of contradiction, that can die for you. I have seen, and let me put it in an African way, I've seen with my 2 eyes, with my own 2 eyes too, A mother protecting the child who has even been found stealing, and he protects, and she protects her, the child up to the last minute. Does that happen in South Africa? How do South African moms behave? Are they
You know,
as loving as Kenyan mothers?
oh my word. Ah, Mure. You know what? I can tell you this, my brother. Ne?
Yes.
This side, things are happening quite different. I'm gonna be open and honest. Things are happening quite different this side. Most of our parents, they are loving and caring, and they are actually looking for a brighter future for their children. You know, we see some of the mothers who wake up around 4 to 3 a.m. They have to bake fed cakes in order for them to be able to pay university fees. We see mothers who are actually working as bricklayers. Imagine seeing a mother working as a bricklayer, mixing a concrete in order for them to put food on the table. Most of our parents this side, they're very loving, they're very caring, but there are some of those mothers who don't take nonsense. You know, there are
Yes.
some of those who don't take nonsense. Those ones, you
Yes.
know, they will even that. You know what, buddy? I'll go and take your bag and leave my house. They don't give a damn about
Yes.
that.
Yes. Jenga
They,
kwako. Yes.
they don't give a damn about that. And I can tell you that it happened yesterday night,
Yeah.
where was somebody around. I think it's a child. She's about 18 years old. She went out to party. Now she came back late. When she came back late, the gate was locked. I opened the window. I see a mother. She was sitting on just on the door, pointing her with a mop, saying that if you jump that gate, I'm gonna mop you. I'm gonna mop you. So you can see. So you see how it goes. It shows how
Yeah.
they love us, man. You know.
Yes.
And I was like,
My mother is also that way. Okay, when I was young, she doesn't care where and if you're somewhere in public and you've done wrong, she will deal with you there and then. Anasemanga hana gia river. She deals with you there and then. But you see what happens when they are guests. They look at you with that kind of look. That look, you will just tell yourself, I know whatever is going to be happening after this is not going to be beautiful. That look. And Ali, I've seen a very interesting comment from our also very good friend, Kelvin Derito. I don't know, Kelvin, put Kelvin's Derito comment on the screen, please. He's saying that imagine Manchester United losing and then recalling our mom's discipline on the same day. Aki, this day, let us celebrate our mothers every day. I know Manchester guys, just hold on. Your mom is going to take care of you. And I'm also seeing Chris Mwangi. I would like to think that the bond between the child and the mother depends on the attachment style and inherently the kind of adult relationship the child becomes capable of. That is really nice. Thanks, guys, for the comments that are coming in. And also for the people who are commenting, please celebrate your mother. Send us a comment about your mother. Celebrate her. Mention her. Let us know that you appreciate her wherever she is. Whether she's alive or late, they are still our mothers, And Ali, I just want also to ask you guys a very interesting question, and I'm going to start with Mutev once again. Can you guys give us one interesting story, a very brief one, a very interesting incident that you have ever had with your mother? And just as you think on that, let me begin. I remember one day I was very young. I think I was in primary school, actually lower primary. And it happened that I had borrowed a razor blade. My mother didn't like me using a razor blade to sharpen the pencil. She wanted me to use the sharpener, the sharpener. And who am I? I was that guy who used to lose these things every day. You come back home, you don't have a pencil, you don't have a sharpener, you don't have anything. And some of them used to ask me, "When you know that, are you selling these things in that school of yours?" So one day it happened, I borrowed a razor blade from a friend. And when I was, sharpening the pencil, I happened to cut my hand. And I was sent home that day from the school. And when I got home, I thought that my mother is going to sympathize with me. But the first story that she gave me was a beating. I started beating, and you remember I'm bleeding, my thumb is bleeding. Where did you ulipeleka wapi? So where did you take this, and why were you using the razor blade? And that was it. By the time she was taking me to the next clinic and to be done, some first aid, because I pretty deep wound, I had gotten some other healing. I don't want to say that healing, but it was such an interesting. I have never forgot that day. I remember even when I grew older, when I was using the razor blade to sharpen the pencil, I always remember that day. And I'm very careful with sharp objects. That up to today, I'm very careful. Mutevu, I now know you have thought about a very interesting incident that you can share with us.
Okay, so there's so many stories. My head is going like, which one do I pick? Which one do I pick? So I'm going to pick the most recent one. So I was in campus some 2 years ago. Then I have this habit, I did not eat well, and I wasn't feeling well, and it was exam time almost that time, and I can't go home because you have exams. Yeah, and for you in campus to repeat your exams, you have to apply. There's so many processes. So one Sunday they called me. They're like, "Are you home?" Yes. Umekula? Yes. Okay, sawa. 30 minutes later, they called me. Are you sure, Michelle, did you eat? Yes. Okay, fine. 45 minutes later, I hear, could you fungue gate? I'm like, what do you mean? Come open the gate. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in school. You're home. So what do you mean? Like, I asked you to come open the gate. I went and opened the gate. They came. They had groceries and everything. Kakuja. They entered the house and then she started from Hapo. First of all, during weekends you like staying in your bed because you haven't made it. Weekend you stay in your bed, do some extra work and everything. So she found my bed. I just came from bed. She was like, Michelle, it's almost 4 p.m. What are you doing in bed? You've not made your bed. And I'm like, Mom, I was in bed. I was not seated on my seat. She was like, okay, no. So where's the food? What did you eat? I want to know what you ate. You told me you ate. What did you eat? My sufurias are clean, very clean, and they're at the top shelf.
Yeah.
Utensils, nothing. So I'm there. Okay, I was like, I have. Okay, to be honest, Mom, I did it. Really can't touch it. I will give her a lecture of a lifetime. And then she was, and Osha in Swahili, that's wash the vegetables and you cut them. And when she's cutting them, she's complaining, she's talking. She made a whole meal, and she made sure she packed them for that supper for the next morning, the morning, the evening, and now in the evening, lunch and evening. Then she told me, when I get home, you take a picture where you're eating. Tomorrow, the other day you take a picture, and the next time you lie to me, Takuja, you go back home, because I used to commute from Machakos to Juja every time. It's actually a long distance, like 3 hours, 4 hours. Yeah, so she told me, if that does not happen, you're gonna go back and start commuting again from Machakos to Juja. So guys, mothers are crazy. Yeah, mothers can be crazy because of the love for us. Yeah.
Ali, if you're not getting the story, Machakos to Juja is a long distance. I don't know how I can approximate to you in South Africa and whatever, but it is a distance. Zola, what is the interesting story? You're muted, Zola.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So my brother was turning 18. And here in Africa, here in Kenya, 18 is, the golden age. So apparently that day my mom was running late from work and she told us there is maize in the back, go to the posho mill. Yeah, but because some of us are turning 18, yeah, we don't do that here. So we didn't go. we didn't go. We didn't go to the posho mill. So she came, and I remember my small sister was young, 4 years, 5 years. So my mom came. She found no ugali prepared, but we had prepared chicken. and vegetables. So okay, she kept quiet, put her bag down, went out, came with chips and chicken, called my small sister to the room. They ate. And mind you that she came to the kitchen, took her chicken. This whole time she's complaining in a language that we do not understand. But the small thing I got from whatever she was saying was that this is my chicken, my kitchen, my house. Took the chicken and the vegetables, locked them in the fridge, took her sugar, her cocoa, her tea leaves to the bedroom, and she closed the lights. And she closed the lights. It is my brother's 18th birthday, guys. We have never had a long night like that one. We literally licked salt. So we washed the dishes, washed clothes. We were almost about to paint the house, and it was still not morning.
Yes.
And when my mother woke up, in the morning, she was like, "Happy birthday, sir." She actually called my brother sir. Like, wow, happy birthday,
I'm a
sir.
governor, Mr. President.
King, love of my life. Do you still don't want to go to the posho mill? And she gave us 1 hour. She was like, if I leave this house, I'm coming back on Sunday. So, pick your stand. We had already sorted out the maize at 4 a.m. At exactly 6 a.m. we were going. Like, what? What are you saying? We came back and she was like, next time you try me, you'll all sleep outside. And we were like, sorry, ma'am. Like, not ma'am, M-U-M, M-double-A-M. Like, we were almost... My mom, I think she was in the army at some point. There's a story she did not tell us. So yeah, that was...
All African mothers are secret armies, CIA, FBI, DCI, whatever, disciplined forces. I think there's like an African mothers disciplined forces. They should establish that by the African Union. Ali, how about you? Do you have a really interesting story that you can share with us about an encounter with your mother?
Thank you so much. From my side, nothing much, but I remember there was a time, I believe I was 14 years by that time. When I came back home, I saw money. It was on the table. And I was very tempted. My mom, she was not around. I think the money, converting it into the Kenya shilling, it's around about 671, around 671 Kenyan shilling. In South Africa, we can say it's around about 100 rand. I took that money. When I took the money and actually, just went out to the shop to go and buy some stuff, my mom just came in the house 2 minutes after. Then the first thing that she did, she actually forgot the money. She was here to collect the money.
Yes.
Now, that's where the problem began now. Now she started searching. She can't find the money. Apparently, when I was at the shop buying, when you have money as a young one, you just buy everything in the store. Like, I was just buying everything. Just put it. Give me this one. Give me this one.
Sweet and candy.
Give me that car.
I was having 2 plastics. I was like, why would I take 2 plastics? Somebody ran from the shop and went to my mom and said, hey, your son is having money. He's just buying everything inside the shop. My mom was like, hey, I lost my last money. I can't find my last money. Oh, you don't want to know. When I was inside the shop, now I'm supposed to go outside the supermarket. When I look up there, it's my mom, it's my 2 neighbors, and I also see there was a guy who was walking. They just said, let's go. You know what I do? When I saw the people, when they're coming out from the road, when they're coming to me, Morena, you don't know what I know. I just throw the plastics on them. I was running. I was running. Stop it. People on the road. People on the road. They were chasing me. Everyone who was like, hey, stop it. My mom, she was running, like, taking off her shoes. She was running inside. She was like, this old woman can run. Jesus. Then there was a guy who caught me. There was a guy who caught me in a bridge. The guy who caught me in a bridge, and then my mom, she was coming running. Yeah, she was running very fast. Then when she came to the bridge, I was like, now I'm taking you home. Yeah, you know what happened, brother man. When he came home, she took a stick. You know, I will never forget that day in my entire life. She took a stick, and then after that, you know what she did? You know, by the time we were still staying in a small room, they took me. You know what I know? I was sleeping on the floor, so I was using 3 blankets, one on the floor, and then 2 and a sponge. They took 3 buckets. They took the sponge inside the 3 buckets. Now, when I was supposed to sleep, I just feel water on the bed. I'm like, Jesus, what's happening? You know what I know?
Hey, Ali, that is really interesting. Really interesting. One thing I'm getting from all of you is that our African mothers, truth be told, whether they are in the continent or even the African mothers or a mother of an African descent, is very dramatic. Very dramatic. Because my mom also is, I know, she's very dramatic together with her sister, my aunt, who I also want to shout out to. They are very dramatic women. And even up to, they don't care how old you are, because I remember just the other day, my mom was calling me, and they happened to, converse with my aunt, and they were talking, and they were saying that they keep telling me, don't do the wrong thing, because when you do the wrong thing, we are going to come there, we are going to beat you, and you're going to leave you for dead, and you're not going to take us anywhere. If you have a police station of yours, take us. That kind of drama, because that's how she has raised us, with that kind of threat and drama, all the way from, because I remember even when we were young with my older brother, when my mother goes to work, she used to leave us errands when we are not in school. You are going to wash this, because you are only boy. So you're going to wash this, and I don't care whether if you're not a girl, you're going to wash the house. This one is going to wash this one is going to do this. And then come in the evening, you guys were somewhere, playing stuff and doing whatever you guys were doing. And, she comes and starts saying, oh, you want now to kill me now. You have now employed me. I come out of the job. I'm very tired. Now you want to muniwe sasa. You guys understand that. That's how they're very dramatic, and you wonder, now who wants to kill you, surely? Just relax. And, and that is how it goes. Ali, before we go on to the next question, I can see that more comments coming in. People are loving the show. Ali, are you able to bring it? Yeah, thank you, Ali. Winnie Jelagat, she's a fellow Iseka. She's saying, Zola, your mom is a true African mom, literally. Next comment. Ali, can see Mordecai. Go to Google to see. Okay. Has been a while. Mordecai, hello guys. Hello, Mordecai. Chris Mwapaga saying yo, sending laughing emojis there. Ali, also some laughing emojis there for you from Chris Mwangi. Juliet Wangeshi saying FBI indeed. Chris Mwangi, Zola, guess you knew who was in charge, huh? From Chris. And Chris Mwapaga also saying, sending some laughing emoji for Zola there. Keep on. Juliet Wangeshi, hey, the guest today. I'm telling you guys, I told you it's going to be awesome. Chris Mwangi was saying, Michelle, that is the definition of motherly love. Adunga, African homes are where you get disciplined for being disciplined in school. Winnie Jelagat, Atwashira, Mutevu, and Zola, what? So you think it's the best way to give back to dear mommy? What? So I think she means, what do you think is the best way to give back to dear mommy? Take that question, guys. Will be replying to that. Chris Mwangi, I would like to think that the bond between the child and the mother depends on the attachment style. We had read that. Ali, I can see there's some comments you have left up there. Let me just look on my screen here. Dairy edition with Hassan. I don't know if you can put that in the screen. We did not mention that. Dairy edition with Hassan saying Limpopo with laughing emojis, and Washira big ups. I can see we have read all the comments. Keep comments coming in, guys. Celebrate your mothers and so that you can hear about your mother. And I can see also some new comments coming in from Muchungu M. He's the one who has sponsored the show today. Muchungu M saying conforming is not an option. Josephine Lilechi saying as Africa. I don't know if you can put that on the screen, Ali. I can see also Chris Mwangi saying Wachira translated to the local vernacular. That sounds very scary. Muniwe. By the way, it is not as serious as it sounds, guys. This is really you're killing her, you know. That's how dramatic it gets. I can see Vincent Mwangi also sending his comment right now. We can all agree that your mother is your superhero. Indeed, we should celebrate our mothers every day. And that's what we are doing today. We are simply celebrating our mothers in our African way. Ali, allow me now to go back to the show, ask more questions to Michelle and Zola and also you. We have talked about how our mothers, incidents with our mothers, and I'm sure after those incidences, the way they showed us love, and that's what I want to ask you guys. You know, African mothers have a different way of saying "I love you." You know, showing love for us, you know, and to us, and very few mothers actually can be able or do even say that "I love you" in Swahili. Nakupenda sana, you know, and you know, for example, my mother, I remember the best way after giving you a thorough beating, she'll tell you, you know, kuja kunywa hii soda kama utaki ukai, you know, come and drink this soda if you don't want, you know, or go to the person who sells clothes and look if that clothes are there, you know, it can be able to fit you. That's how they showed us love, eh? You know, come and eat, and you know their favorite, and they know your favorite meal. So, they comes and tells you, you know, Mr. President, Governor, you know, I've served you. Now tell me what you want. That kind of story. So, Michelle, starting from you, Michelle Mutevu, how has your mother? We have heard the story that you've given us, and that is, you know, with a lot of love. She did that with a lot of love. Not many mothers can do that and actually do that. But however, how has she, you know, shown you love over the years?
Oh, great. I really love what you just mentioned because that is exactly what my mother would do. Even after an argument or after disciplining me, she would be like, "Utakula chakula mutaki, kama utaki kuna watu wanalala njaa. So if you don't want to, you can leave it as well, like, you know." So I'd be like, "Why are you telling me? I can just be nice and tell me, come eat, and I love you." Like, they won't hurt you. So yeah, that's exactly who my mother was. And she also knew that I really liked outfits. So she would be like, "Endo uangalie kwa kibeti yangu nimekuja na kitu. Angalia kitakuja. Come check if it fits you or something of the sort." Yeah, so that is exactly how my mother used to express her love. And maybe do things that you asked or you mentioned in a conversation. An example, you seated having a conversation or watching something, like that thing really looks nice, and she would see it, then she would get it, maybe even if it's months later. Yeah. And also this thing when you ask for something and then you're so tired of following up, then she brings it later on and you'll be like, "Oh my God, you remembered." Like, yeah. So I really like that about her. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really, that's how they do it. Because, you know, that part of, you know, drink it if you want, you know, or if you don't want, you can stay, you know. Like, what? You know. So, Zola, how about you?
So, for me, I remember an incident where my mom, okay, actually, after that whole incident of sleeping hungry on my brother's birthday, the following day was actually, I think, was a Saturday, and she cooked pilau, that's rice for my South African brothers, and some chicken, and my brother was still bitter. Actually, I was bitter. Man, we slept hungry. What?
Yes.
And for my mom, For my mom, she will not be like, oh, eat or don't eat. My mom stood there and she was like, guys, guess what? You have to eat. Why? I took my time to cook this food. I'm not joking with you all. Eat. And she stood there and we ate. Like, and birthday to my brother who was almost crying. Yeah, and she baked a whole cake and she was like, yeah. When she was going to sleep, she was like, I gave birth to you, so I love you guys. I'm like, why does it have to be that tough? Like it was like we were in the
Why
military.
is it
What?
sounding dangerous? It is sounding dangerous. I think it is a threat.
Or she would buy. She would buy like, and then afterwards she bought my brother a cloth. The cloth was purple and pink. I'm like, sir, what? And the following day she was like, ile nguo nilikubai, like that cloth I bought you, please wear it. We are going out. And I was like, yeah. When the president, after sleeping hungry, having a first birthday and wearing a pink and purple shirt, you just do it. Otherwise, you go visit Abraham the following day. You don't want that. So my mom is just, I don't know. I feel like she was in the army. She doesn't tell us, but that's how my mom shows that she loves you. Yeah, she will buy you something and you will have to wear it by force.
Yeah.
I think I like it. It makes me appreciate the smallest things. So yeah.
That is really nice. That is really interesting. Speaking of food, you have just reminded me of an incident with my mom, especially when she's out and she calls and asks, "Have you guys eaten?" Or you guys call and we don't have food, and she tells you, "Oh, now nikuje munikule." Like I now can you eat me because I'm the food, or she comes after a long day and asks, huku ni nini mlipika lunch? What did you guys cook for lunch? And you say nothing. And, okay. You can understand the reaction. Sasa nimekuja sasa wacha nikue chakula nigeuke chakula. And it is so interesting. Ali, I've seen a very nice comment from a mom, actually, Josephine Lechi. Can you put that on the screen? I want to celebrate her. She's saying, as African mothers, it seems we've seen with the same, we are sewn with the same fabric. It's all because we want the best for our children. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that. Josephine Lelechi is the mother of Peter Dunga Lelechi. He has been on our show, and also Dunga works with us behind the screen. Sometimes he's the one who wrote he writes the concept note. So whatever I sent to you, Zola and Mutevu, was written by Dunga. And you can see his mother is on this on the show today. We really appreciate that. And
compliments,
shout out to her.
compliments.
Shout out to her.
From Limpopo.
And Ali, with you now, tell us, how has your mother shown you love after you have been, run through the street like nobody's business? How did it go about? Or even in the after years, how has she shown you love?
To be honest, Papa, my brother, I can tell you this. My mom, the following day of the incident, was praising me, calling me with my petty names, calling me Chavirua. I'll call the line. Calling me with my petty name, saying Chavirua. I think this is the guy who fail over Joan, but they fail. So what she was basically saying is that whatever that we did yesterday, we did it because we love you and you stole money. So we're disciplining you that so that we show you that this time if you steal money, not from the house to somebody's house, it's not going to be 4 people who are going to chase you. It's going to be the whole community, and they're going to beat you down. And I can tell you that there are a lot of ways that my mom will show you that. When you come back from school, sometimes you'll find that maybe she'll buy some snacks or bake your favorite thing, so that when you come back, she apologized. She's the first person to apologize. I also remember when my little sister went to a party and she drank alcohol. She said it was a mistake. My mom was the first person in the morning to go to the room and do everything. Whereas yesterday night, she was saying, no, she drank. No, she must not come to my house. She was the first person in the morning to go there and drink coffee and do everything.
Yeah, Ali, thank you for that. Uh, I can see time is not on our side now, and this is one of the best shows you have had since we began episode one. I can't even, I've just realized we are in the 54th minute, guys. And I want now to give our audience a chance, to give in their final comments, their final shout outs to their moms and to everybody who played, a mother's role in their life. This is your chance, guys, as giving your parting shot because of time. As obvious, I'm going to start with the boss, Mutevu.
Well, okay. For my perspective on mothers, what I can say about my personal mother, she has her highs and lows and all those things. And I would really I sit down with my friends and say, do we are going to be those mothers? Sometimes we say,
Yeah.
yeah, of course we're going to delete the craziness and reduce it a little bit, but it gave us life. There's more to it, the stories, the everything. So yes, I'm looking forward to be that African mother. I'm looking forward to bargaining things for from 1,000 bob to 5 shillings. So
Yes,
I'm looking to make those comments and someone comes to you and tells you, Mom, I'm going to town. We're like, okay, you can take the broom there. If you wanted to go to
yes.
go take the broom and go to town.
Fly.
I am looking to that mother because it's just wholesome and amazing, and it creates a different kind of bond with your child. So yeah, guys, talk to your moms every day. Call them. You're in campus, I know, but call them at least every day. Yeah, they miss you.
Thank you. Thanks, Muteru, for that. And we're also reaching out to all ladies of African descent across the world. Please do not eliminate all the drama. Leave some drama. That drama is what makes us real African. Zola, over to you.
For me, like if my mom ever gets to watch this, I just want to tell her I will die in the army, like and I will make sure my kids, are raised in the army, but with
Mm,
less craziness.
mm,
And she is basically my best friend because I'm like, yeah, this person did me wrong, and my mom is there ready to shoot someone. So yeah,
mm.
mothers are awesome. And for everyone watching who is a mother, we celebrate you. Yeah, and we love you, even with the craziness, man. We love you.
Thanks, thanks. This is now my time to wrap up the show before I hand it over to you, Ali, so that you can close it up. First of all, I want to also appreciate my mom wherever she is. I know she's watching. I want to thank her very much because she's one of the reasons that I am here, and also to appreciate my aunt who has also played the role of a mother too. She's also very dramatic, actually times two, and I want to appreciate them very much, for raising me to the person that I am today. I want to just wish them a long life. I want to wish my mom a long life wherever she is, so that she can, see how I turn out in future. And also, Ali, in a very special manner, I want to thank Michelle Mutevu for showing up today. Thank you very much for honoring our invite. Zola Odor, we also want to thank you very much from the bottom of our heart for honoring our invite and coming to the show. It has been awesome with you guys here. And also, Ali, not forgetting everybody who has sent in their comments, everybody who has shared the link, and all that. And before we leave, I can see some comments coming in. Dunga has sent in a comment saying, on the sarcasm, Michelle, and he's also saying, I wish it never ends. Sends love to my mom. That is wonderful. Maureen Theory, I celebrate my mom. She's my best. And I think that's it. That's it for the comments. We want to thank guys very much for turning up live today, and also continue subscribing, continue sharing, continue liking and doing all that stuff. It really gives us energy to continue keep doing this. I know you guys will now come into my inbox and tell me, please bring Michelle and Zola back. I want to say it here live on air. Michelle and Zola, will you honor our invite once we call you again?
Without a
Any
doubt.
day, anytime. Yes.
You guys have heard it. They are now on record. They'll come in anytime we call them. Ali, nasema asante sana. Thank you very much. Over to you. May God bless Africa. Mungu awabariki sana. My name is Mutazi Washira Wanyaga, the son of Wajiko.
Realebo bakienda mushimanyana ko jali mpopo mushimanyana ko ritabi mushimanyana wa mpopo mushimanyana wa ratali kamera kiena mushimanyana bora realebo kakabata bana makoshi kiona African Kona 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 realebo Zola and also Mutevu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.